Hello, everybody. Welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias at the door. We are 4 days away from the Championship starting, obviously, on Friday. Got to wait a little bit longer for the Premier League and for our dearly departed subscribers. We will, I promise, get into the cogent analysis and predictions and who's going to finish where. We'll do that next week, but we can have a little bit of fun in the meantime now because we did see, finally, the last of the kits released. I don't think the Leeds away kit is for sale yet, but we are now able to look at all of our dearly departed kits and we're going to rank them. Now, yes, watchers of my channel will know, I normally do these videos with the illustrious Shaylee. She's very, very pregnant. We're due literally on Saturday. So she's going to sit this one out. Hopefully I'm going to try and persuade her for the Championship one because I don't think I can get through 24. But remember, dearly departed, I've only got to get through 10 kits here because we've got 5 teams in our dearly departed. And if you're new to this show and this series, they are Leeds United, Aston Villa, Norwich, Watford and Brentford, the very clever bunch that got themselves out of the Championship and into the Premier League, but they're still on my watch. We're going to keep an eye on them and we're going to have a look at the kits. I'm not going to do a best to worst. I think I might let you guys do that in the comments, but I'll certainly pick out, maybe we'll try and do a top 3 and we would love to hear from you about which of these new kits are your favourites. As ever, please leave your bias at the door. It gets very boring if you just predict or say the team that you support. Shall we have a look at the kits? First off, Leeds and the home kit, which I rather like, actually. Now, I've always been interested in Leeds because obviously the Don Revie teams played just completely in all white like Real Madrid, and they're the greatest teams that club has ever produced. But when you look at the badge, there's not a lot of white on it and there is a lot of yellow. So I suppose it's a balancing act involving that yellow in the design. And they've gone for the sort of fluorescent. And it looks like they've matched up the fluorescent colour on the badge, which is quite a nice touch. And I hate myself for saying this, but that will pop very nicely on TV. Just those little arms, won't they? And that's what it's about, isn't it? Selling shirts that look good on TV. SBO top and the little man they've even done there in the sort of dark bluish and bright yellow colours. I think that's a pretty nice one. Let me know what you think down there in the comments. It's not really far to go where you know it's going to have to be a white shirt with Leeds 90% of the time. So I think they've done a good job. And I for one, like the fluorescent. I'm sure it will split opinion. But what are you going to do, hey? Here's the Leeds away kit, and looks like Rafinha's gone full blue steel mode there. He's a good bit of modelling that, isn't it? Anyway, we got to look at the shirt, and it's a kind of camouflagey, dark blue, two-tone blue number. They've whited out the badge, and you can still see the Adidas stripes. The continuity between that and the home shirt is nice. I remember was it Slovakia in the Euros had a sort of similar effort. Was it Adidas? I don't quite recall. Honestly, I prefer the home shirt to the away shirt. I'm kind of Leeds had a grey and pink one recently, didn't they? In my head, Leeds wear white at home and yellow away, but call me an old curmudgeon about that. Let me know what you think about that Leeds away shirt. Look, I'm sure it will sell by the truckload with those Leeds fans for sure. I think I prefer the home one would be my take on those two, but I'd love to hear your take down there in the comments. And we will move on to our friends over in Birmingham and Aston Villa, who have striped up the sort of claret there. 2 tones of claret with some sort of thick stripes and some pinstripes. Always do like the Kappa shirts, I have to say. It's quite a nice number, that. Kazoo. They do Everton as well, I think, Kazoo. Double sponsor there. That's pretty nice, actually. Quite like the way they've done the collar as well. So yeah, I think I'm good with that. Do you know, I thought I'd prefer the away one for Villa, but I think I'm persuading myself on the home one. Let me know what you think. I'm going to have a look at the away one now, which is a lot plainer. Maybe I do prefer the home one. Do you know what? For Villa, and look, shirts subjective, and you'll go with your memory. There was a Villa shirt, I can't remember, was it Mita? M-I-T-A that they had on it? When Graham Taylor was the manager in the early 90s that I really liked, but it made more of black, whereas that's just white, claret and blue, and I think the black makes it pop a little bit more. Let me just go back one. Yeah, I think I prefer the home one. I'm sure that'll pop nicely when it's with the shorts. Obviously, probably doesn't help that it's on a white background there. But yeah, I think some kind of black I prefer in those Villa. The white, the black and the light blue I always found a nice combination when I was much younger. So yeah, I think I'm going to go for the Villa home shirt. So I've gone for the Leeds home shirt and the Villa home shirt so far. Let me know what you think. I'm sure if you're a Villa fan, you'll raid the piggy bank and buy both anyway. Right, let's go on to Norwich now. And look, it's always tricky. Let me put it this way. If you went to a fashion designer, way more qualified than any of us speaking about a shirt or any kind of garment, and said you've got to use those two colours, I wonder what they'd come up with. It's hard, isn't it, with the offset in that canary yellow, then with green. It just is what it is, and it's very Norwich. I have to say I've preferred other of their home kits. I don't think they ever got close to that. The one with the diagonal stripes down it, was it Asics underneath? I'm trying to remember who they were sponsored by there. That was a really good one. Although Norwich tend to do better when they have a really garish kit, don't they? Like that old pizza kit in the early 90s. Honestly, they seem to have gone for a little bit luminous colours. And if you look at the badge there, that darker green, it looks like it's a shade dark. I think it would be nicer offsetting with that colours. Look, it is what it is. I'm sure if you speak to Norwich fans, the only garment they have in their wardrobe with that colour yellow and that colour green on it is their Norwich shirt. So, look, it feels like one of those... You ever watch Hell's Kitchen, where they make them try and make a gourmet meal with the offal and the tongue and stuff. It feels like the designers have some tricky colours to work with there. However, the Norwich away shirt, I like very much. I think that pops nicely. We've seen a lot of dark away shirts. There seems to be some detail there. I'm trying to use my terrible eyesight there. But I do like very much the kind of lightning blue against it. And look, obviously there was the furore about the sponsor. And I think Lotus looks very nice on that shirt. Obviously, they didn't do the Lotus logo in green. They did it in black on the other shirt. So look, I am very much preferring the away shirt there for Norwich, modelled by Kenny McLean. Let me know your thoughts on those two shirts. Lots of yellow involved here. I think we're about to get some more as we go across to Watford. And they just have it easier, don't they, being able to do it with black rather than green. But there we go. Do you know what? I kind of like the House of the Rising Sun kit for Watford last season. They've gone for these kind of barcode graded stripes. Look, I think that's going to look nice on the Kelme kit. Yeah, look, the sponsor, forget who the sponsor is or what they do, is very big and very broad across the middle of those shirts. But hey, look, the best sponsor pays the most money if you think about it in a capitalist way. So, I don't know whether that's an improvement on last season for Watford. Let me know what you think. Let me just judge against the away shirt. Interesting. Didn't they wear black away shirts last season? So they've gone to a red one. I suppose you've got the options of three colours there on the badge. Looks very Belgium, doesn't it, when you look at the collar there with the red, the black and the yellow. Sort of swirling lava lamp type pattern. I have to say, I think the sponsor looks slightly better in white, doesn't it? So, I think I'm going to go away shirt for Watford, although I bet they're going to end up wearing red shorts with that a lot of the time, aren't they, in terms of clashes and TV and things like that. So, yeah, let me know what you think on that one. And finally, we're going to go to Brentford. There's Tariq Fosu and Pontus Jansson and Josh De Silva in the new Hollywood Bets shirt. There's a lot going on there, isn't there? You've got the Umbro badge. You've got the reverse colours. You've then got the Hollywood sponsor and the star as well as the club badge. Looks like there's something down the arm as well. So it's fairly busy and it's striped as well. Often, I think Brentford, they're very much red, white and black, not just red and white. So we often do get some black detail on there, but it's only really the sponsor. I just wonder whether they could have broken everything up with a black collar on that one. And I hope to God, my pet hate where you get red and white shirts or blue and white striped shirts, you can't read the numbers on the back. Evidently, I probably just need to go and get an eye test after this video, don't I? But yeah, let's compare with the away shirt. Right, look, I've got to pick a yellow one at some point. So we've got it's far less busy with just the block yellow, and I quite like the way they've done the black sleeves. They've yellowed up the badge, little black detail on the collar as well, and the sponsor pops a little bit better off the stripes. And being I haven't picked any yellow kits thus far, I think I'll go for the away kit then for Brentford. Shall we have a little scout through? So I've gone for the Leeds home kit. I've gone for the Villa home kit. I've gone for the Norwich away kit, the Watford away kit, and the Brentford away kit. So I've gone for all the promoted teams' away kits as my favourite for each of them. And I've gone for the two existing Premier League teams' home kits. Look, you stick them in order. Go on. Maybe do me a top three and a bottom three. Let me know if you're a fan of any of these teams. I know we have plenty. Which ones you've bought and what you think of the new kits. And also, particularly, look, we're throwing around just subjective judgments about design. Let me know what you think in terms of historical significance with the lineage of your club's kits and how these ones fit in, because you would know more than I about that. There we go. So there are our new load of kits for our dearly departed teams. I've had my say, now you have yours. Please try and leave your bias at the door. If you have the badge of a particular team as your YouTube avatar and your top three happens to have two of the kits for that team in, it may look transparent. So look, I tell you what, let's make a rule there. You can only have one kit per club, and you've got to make me a top three. Make me a bottom three as well if you want. It's all a little bit of fun, and we'll get into the serious stuff. And we're going to try and figure out, thank you for your help on Twitter with this, we're going to try and figure out which order our five teams are going to finish in, and indeed whereabouts in the table we expect to see them finishing. Anyway, thoughts in on new kits for 21-22 for the dearly departed teams. Our dearly departed coverage starts properly really next week with the Premier League, I think Brentford kick it off, don't they? Friday the 13th. So we should be all ready to go. And just complete transparency, if my missus goes into labour, which we're expecting her to very soon, I may be away for the start of the season. We'll see how things pan out and how plain sailing this type of thing is. So be patient with me through the month of August. Big things happening here for us at home. But big things for you and your clubs, all five of these in the Premier League. Get your thoughts on the new kits in the comments, and I will see you next week for some dearly departed predictions. Thanks for watching. Over and out. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button, and to be notified every time we upload, ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.